Truth is stranger than fiction. And this is the proof. This is Ripley's Believe It or Not.
George Washington, during his entire 2 terms as President of the United States, refused to shake hands. He always bowed in the belief that a handshake was beneath the dignity of a president. Believe it or not. In a moment, I'll tell you about the most considerate uncle. Richard Dawson of Bradley, England, was probably the most considerate uncle in history. He was a very large man, so on his deathbed he worried that his 300-pound body would be an inconvenience to his frail nephew after he died. So, to spare his nephew the trouble, Dawson walked out to the garden where he dug his own grave. After he had finished digging, he laid down in the grave and he died. Believe it or not.
Truth is stranger than fiction. And this is the proof. This is Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Maggie Bogey of Collinsburg, Scotland, lived to the age of 100 years and 4 months, and she slept every night of her life in the same bed. Believe it or not. In a moment, I'll tell you about the woman who was killed by bashfulness. In this era of women who are anything but bashful around men, it would be hard to convince anyone that there was once a woman who died of bashfulness. From childhood, Teresa St. John of Rodez, France, had become violently ill unless she turned away whenever she was addressed. Her shyness was so severe that she dropped dead when she found herself face to face with a man for the first time in 80 years. Believe it or not.
Truth is stranger than fiction. And this is the proof. This is Ripley's Believe It or Not.
In 1798, Sultan Selim III of Turkey, in the presence of British Ambassador Sir Robert Ainslie, shot an arrow the incredible distance of 2,916 feet. Believe it or not. In a moment, I'll tell you the story of a remarkable woman. Lucy Page of Tamworth, New Hampshire, certainly exploded the theory that women are the weaker sex. In addition to doing all of her regular housework, she cared for 2 cows, made all the clothing for her family, spun 200 skeins of wool yarn and 45 skeins of linen yarn, wove 90 yards of carpeting, made 69 yards of flannel and 21 yards of toweling. And she did all of this at the age of 73. Believe it or not.